Oh, oh. Mook, 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 mook.
Hobby Japan Vintage Volume 14. This time we're looking at Uchu Senkan Yamato. So, you know, the Yamato movie, Be Forever Yamato in Japanese is Yamato yo Eien ni, right? And so this is Old Kit yo Eien ni. So basically we're looking at, this is the legacy model kits of Yamato by Bandai. And it's got some other neat stuff in here as well. We'll take a look at this. So, this is volume 14. This is, I think maybe as of this video, it's the most recent issue that's come out. So, yeah, let's take a look inside. Oh, look at all these spaceships. Oh my gosh. Andromeda. And the Shuroku Senkan, which, like, I don't know, how would you say that, the main battle, Shuroku Senkan, Dreadnought, I think, the Juyokan, this is the, oh, what is that, frigate, I believe, yeah, so these are the designs from the second Yamato series, which are really cool looking. Okay, so I do have Yamato kits or other. Okay, I have one that's like way more. It's a book that's way more in depth than this one, but I mean, this is pretty cool for what it is. Maybe I can show that another time, I suppose. If not, maybe I've already shown it on a video. I can't even remember. So look at all this neat package designs here. So yeah, there's the analyzer. Yeah, they had an old kit of the analyzer. I have the new one. Yeah, this is the old one. The Black Tiger, Cosmo Zero, and of course the Yamato itself. And there's that old Bandai logo. The little kid. So neat artwork and such. Yeah. So that's what we're seeing here. Nomura Toy. So for Yamato 2, I've never heard of Nomura. 1978 from November. They were on sale, and then 1979, Bandai. Bandai Moke to Nomura Toy no Promoderu ga tomo ni Moke. Well, that's weird. I guess maybe I'm not understanding this right, but they kind of like did a joint venture, I guess. It wasn't just Bandai. I thought it was only Bandai. Now here's the Dessler, the really cool kit. This is the combat carrier of Desslers, and I'm not sure if this is the same kit or not. I thought they were different. Oh, okay, one's a little bit smaller, I think. Mecha collection. No, that's what this is here. Yeah, I'm not so sure about that. Two different. So now this is the Be Forever Yamato. These kits, it's like in the beginning of the movie, they have like, you know, Earth is under attack, and it's almost like War of the Worlds. You got like this tripod thing going on here. These kits, like, you don't ever see these in the wild anywhere. Oh my gosh, they are just, you just don't see them. I have never seen them, I don't think. Oh, you go on Yahoo Auctions Japan, and they're like really expensive. I don't know what the story is with that is, but anyhow, I have I have these kits actually. Oh, we will see them in more detail in this book here. So animation style. It's a non-scale, which basically means box scale. I guess it comes in like this metallic looking color. Animation style, size on the approach style. Okay, so it's kind of a little bit more stylized looking. It's not like real. You're actually pretty soon you're gonna see another one that's even more stylish. This thing here, has that forced perspective look to it, right? So when you see it from this angle, it looks like really gibungus. I never thought this was cool looking. I just think it's kind of dumb. But I mean, forced perspective, it has its pluses. Like for example, I think like even just recently with like the Star Wars, the sequel trilogy, they had like forced perspective Millennium Falcon, forced perspective X-wings and stuff. So when you got the camera going, it kind of looks better on screen. Now in person it's gonna look kind of weird and awkward, and so that's why having this on my shelf, I think it would look just kind of weird. Anyhow, I'll shut up about that. So this is a 500 scale. This is an old 500 scale, right, from 1978. So this is pretty big. Yeah, it's pretty big. Of course, then they had a 350 scale that came out about, I don't know, 20 years ago. Here's the analyzer kit here, non-scale, 1975. Now this one here, this kind of reminds me of like that Starship Enterprise cutaway, that cross-section model by AMT. Basically, it's the same gist. It has removable panels to pull it off, as you can see the insides. I'm not really sure how practical this is, like where are the crew quarters and all that kind of stuff. I don't know. I think that they did think things out a lot better with the $21.99 stuff. And they actually did have some add-ons for the kits, and you know, with like the starfighter rack, right, the carousel and stuff to launch the fighters. They really thought things out. Now here, this is like a painted version, right, to bring out all the neat detail. So this is the huddle hole. The wave motion cannon, right? That's what they say in English. I don't know what these things are, but it just doesn't seem quite right to me. But what do I know? I'm just a stupid bald guy. This is a 1000 scale. Now, unfortunately, they're not showing the box for this, the box cover. But I built this. I built this back when I still lived in Arizona. Yeah, I just glued it together, you know, no big deal. It comes in different colored plastic, and so I didn't really do anything special with it. I just glued it together, and then I'm like, hey, well, there you go. I'm satisfied. So, yeah, I didn't paint it at all. So this is 1000 scale. This came out in 1983. Bandai did continue to repop this every once in a while. So here's the Cosmo Zero. Here's the Black Tiger. And the Cosmo Tiger 2. Which is pretty cool. There's no turret on the back there. I thought there was a turret on this model kit. Guess I was wrong. And the big ass Andromeda. Now I have this. It says it's non-scale, but it comes in a big box, and it has a lighting kit with like grain of weight bulbs and stuff. See, here are the red transparent parts, and then this lights up as well. You got the engine, the wave motion cannons here that light up. Oh my gosh. You gotta stay in focus. You stupid camera, son of a motherless goat. I hate you. Okay, I'm in focus again. Golly, I really need a new camera. I apologize. So, you have this pendant of Kodai and Yuki. And this actually acts as a switch, an on-off switch right here for the electronics. They obviously did not bother to take a picture of it with the lights turned on. But as it is, it's a pretty cool kit, I think. So I've never gotten around to building it, but it's pretty big. So I think it might be kind of close to that big Andromeda kit that came out a while back. I don't know, 1000 scale. I don't know. So here's where they just kind of got lazy here. All right, so here's the dreadnought. The Geocon, which I think is the frigate. I think that's how you say. And this is 700 scale, and I have this. I have this, and I think I have this. Let me see here. I am a big goofball. Yep, I do. I have it. That was like one of the last things that I ever bought, actually, for the old Legacy Yamato kits. I actually, this whole back deck, right? This is the Uchu Kubo with the space carrier. I cast this back deck in. I made a mold out of silicone, and I used the Tamiya clear, and it didn't work. The Tamiya clear resin, it's really not meant for molds. It's meant for like water effects and such. It needs to be exposed to oxygen for it to properly cure properly, and I did not know that. So I do have some actual clear resin, and eventually I'll get around to doing this, but I wanted to totally light this up with, like, you know, the runway that lights up, and on the inside carriers, because like it has like these little fighters here. You can see like the launch bays inside, and I want to have like overhead lights and such. That would look really cool. The patrol Unagi, I built this, and I did not do any sort of video build series on this. Instead, what I did was I did a build of this on my Tumblr blog. It's not really a blog, but you know, my Tumblr picture feed, right? And it has like this little ambulance craft here. I did it all with Tamiya acrylics, and I did the weathering with artist oils and turpentine, and that was my first experience with a harsh agent like turpentine, and it ate away at the Bandai plastic. This radar array here broke off, and I had to glue it back together and such. So yeah, that's you gotta be careful with Bandai plastic. You gotta be very careful. Here's the Dessler ship. I have this kit, and I don't really care for it. I got it because oh wait, no, not this one. It's the other Dessler ship. Didn't really care for it so much. Here's the missile ship, the Goland, right? They had a $21.99 version of this, I believe. Oh yeah, here's that big, huge dreadnought thing. This thing is like that big, gibungus, huge, enormous ship at the end of the second series. Alright. So I have this one here. 700 scale. Yeah, this one, actually, it will, like, you can flip the deck here, and it'll be like a launching strip for the fighters, or it flips over and you got this this cannon here. This weird, this patrol ship. Again, this is the Be Forever Yamato, and it's just it's pretty weird. It says about 360 scale. So I guess at this point they're attempting to kind of attribute scale to it. Whatever, huh? Yeah. And this is the one I have. I think. Hold on. Yamato 3. Kalman. Yeah, this is it. Yeah, that's the Dessler ship. These are different Gamma ships here. And here is the Mecha collection. Okay. So, number 1, the Yamato. We got the Cosmo Tiger 2. We got the Dreadnought ship, all that kind of stuff here. These are really fun, little neat kits to build. I have a whole bunch of them. I've built only a few of them. You gotta check out Duck Playing Chicken. Like he's done these little kits, but he's lit them up with SMDs and such. He does a really cool job with what he does here. Now this is Muramatsu Masa. How do you say his name? Oh, Masatoshi. Alright, so this is an interview with him. Bandai models. Okay, well, whatever. And here's this guy here. This is Kato Nao. What was it? Naotoshi? Was that oh, Naoyuki. That's it. He's an artist. He's done this stuff here. Okay, so this is a toy. This is not a model. Landing gears. Stickers. Look at that. That's pretty wild and kind of dumb too. Just a toy. Okay, special customized models. Oh, and then it goes into the $21.99 here as well. Oh my gosh, that's pretty cool. That's the 700 scale Andromeda. So I don't know what the scale of the one I have is. So we have these fairly nice builds here. That's great. So yeah. And here's the patrol frigate here. So okay, so Yukikaze. Alright, so this is full scratch build, it says. It's a 133rd scale. It's kind of an interesting scale, okay. And well, now it did a good job with the custom decals and such. Look at that. Okay. Alright, so here's that cutaway. Nice metallic, the use of metallic paints there. It's pretty great. Okay. Oh, now I understand. Yeah, the wave motion gun is here, right? These are something else. Okay, never mind. All right. Really nice weathering effect on there. I like that a lot. That's really great looking. The black tiger. Pretty great. Alright, so Tamiya. Okay, it's an article on old Tamiya kits. And then I'll look at that. How they sculpted, they got some Japanese guys dressed up as Nazi soldiers and having them pose. Okay. Alright, I'm just gonna skip ahead here. What is this? I don't know. Corsair by Monogram. F4U for... There we go. Yeah, these are Thunderbirds kits, right? But this is not by Aoshima. This is Belfine. Alright, Belfine is a newer model company, where they do Nadia kits and other stuff, and I believe now Blade Runner, I think. So that's pretty cool. Hawker Hunter, British jet fighter. Okay. From the 60s. Wow, yeah, there's like 0 panel lines on this thing. That's... golly. Okay. Oh, Lindbergh. Oh my gosh. Yeah, they made some pretty crappy models from what I hear. I've never built any, but... they still get repopped now. They've... Round 2 models owns their stuff. Sea Lab. Man in the Sea program. Okay. Huh. Oh my gosh. VF1S Roy Fokker Special. 24th scale. So, Hachette Collections Japan. I think this is like one of those subscription things, because it has like those really cool video display screen and such. That is just incredible. But like you end up paying like thousands of dollars by the time you finally get this thing completed. Here is the Strike Valkyrie. Cool, but it's just super expensive. Now check this out. This is actually not a drawing. This is an actual model kit. It's like one of those visual kind of confuses your eyes, but look, that's an actual model kit. They just painted it to look like it's a drawing. This is the Bandai Scope Dog. Isn't that incredible? You know, like I've seen cell shading Valkyries and stuff, but this is just so cool looking. See, look. Right? And it's just totally sketched all over this thing here. Just incredible. And here are some old Orgus model kits by Imai. Or no, RDE actually. Yeah, because both RDE and Imai made the Orgus kits. Yutaka Izubuchi. Oh, okay. That guy. He did a lot of designs. Yamato 3 is what he was involved with. He did a lot of stuff. Record of Lodos War and just tons of stuff. Okay, so these are just old advertisements here. So this looks like it's, yeah, it's focused, I guess. Here are those diorama things there. Look at that. I've seen these. You just like stick your models in there and yeah, make little goofy dioramas. I just not interested in that. And this brings us to the end of another issue of Hobby Japan Vintage. So thanks for watching. Bye.